So, in the olden days, what they could do is test a child and see how much that child was most able to convey your emotional bedside manner. Let's say you go through something, you have an illness or something life threatening. They can kind of test screen that child in real time to see how that child would respond underneath comparable conditions. Be it, they're having a birthday party, you look up, all of a sudden the child gets sick, something like that, and the parent is, I don't know, uh, maybe so many miles away, at the local hospital and see what's going on, something like that. And what I believe happened, all my files have been lost on the previous phone. I had to go out today and purchase a new phone. SIM card has been locked. More than likely the planet senses that we are on trajectory out of this bullshit ass country. SIM card has been locked. I'm recording all of these files for the church, and I have some pretty sensitive material on there. Maybe you get to another place, another location that opens up. Perhaps it doesn't. But what I believe to be true, honestly, was that I guess this is still recording. What I believe to be true was that the information was switched between Ricky and Erica. Erica's other name was Francesca. Okay, Ricky is signaling, going back and forth with Tidy 2, Blanche Bahani Martin. Next thing I know, I see Thelma putting some kind of wager on Erica, saying she's being funny. I mean, Erica's just kind of smirking it off, but she's being funny, saying make Erica's hair all the way to her ankles, make her particularly chubby, and all this other stuff. So what I believe T did, this is T, what I believe she did was that she had switched the children out. Ricky didn't know. I look up, Ricky's trying to trade 3 ways. Ricky has made an agreement with T. She come back. She had some kind of arrangement with Thelma, obviously, but most importantly, she first had an arrangement with T. I look back around, now she's popping up in the Nieka video. She's asking to be my kid under the name Nieka. Why Nieka? Nieka is just a young girl. Nieka has to go back to her mom in Germany. Something like that's what's going on. So, if I think really hard, I can date back to Imitation of Life, the Claudine Colbert version. Okay, that more than likely is me coming home from school, slamming my books down. You know how the videos are done, clip, and the videos are clipping specifically for an installment or an instance at which we're going to find ourselves at eventually in the future, which is in the here and now. Okay, the videos are coded and clipped in the event of a major meltdown on this planet. People can track the video down and see exactly what we believe to have been true in terms of occurrence. But after that, Erica is more than likely in the room with Thelma. And she's told, I don't want to be bothered with you. First of all, she's put me out of the kitchen. I've been put out of the kitchen in that woman's mansion. Okay, I've been put out of the kitchen. She says, why don't you go? I can't stand looking at you. Why don't you go in the living room and see if your mother wants to be bothered with you? She's probably mostly referring to her little weight. Go in there and see if she wants to be bothered with you. Next thing I know, I'm sitting there on the couch. I'm basically a prisoner in my own home in that woman's mansion. So it didn't matter what look they rolled out. They could have rolled me out as Rachel Shapiro. They could have rolled me out heavy set and brown or dark as I was. Say Thelma's she's whatever she is. But no matter what my look was going to be, it was going to be a problem. Next thing I know, she held her door open. She held her hand against the door she let Erica out, Erica come running to me. This is Imitation of Life. Again, this is the Claudine Colbert version. She's standing like right in front of me. I picked her up. I put her in my lap. How they used to do it on 211, every so often they would send a child over to 211. It would be a particularly chosen child. Why? I don't know. Um, Maybe they seemed most like me at the time. I would have a necklace on, and that child would play with the necklace. The first earliest installments, I believe Angie Williams used to play with a little gold necklace I used to put on, hold her in cradle format, then perhaps Fatima Muhammad. The second black child might have very well been Fatima Muhammad. Okay, then after that, there were two pale children. The first name that come up is Sandy Zallar. More than likely, Sandy Zallar eventually became this character who, it's no word for what I think of her, Kristen Jensen. After that, or perhaps before that, it might have been Sarah Schneider, but the name Sarah Schneider comes up. Okay, the difference being the type of pendant and necklace, and it is exactly that. The black girls have to play with a necklace around my neck. The necklace is usually gold. For the pale girls, it's usually a pendant. So in the movie Imitation of Life, she's playing with a pendant. The pendant I have looks something like the same pendant I had on when Sally's. I'm at Sally's Beauty Supply in Bolingbrook, and I got the fringe jeans on. It's the same type of pendant. She's playing with the pendant like she's going to be my little woman one day. And I mean, once you feel a young, you know, she's a young girl. I guess she's about 5 or 6. Once you feel a 5 or maybe a 6-year-old doing that, typically you don't forget that feeling. And at the same time, it's unfavorable because now you got people who don't mean you no good tugging away at your heart. Something like that's what's going on. They usually say, "Come on, let me take her." They go and take the children, the little girls. They don't let them do it long. But eventually, they figure something out. More than likely because I don't hold children up like that usually. Usually, not quite like that. So that's what I believe happened. I believe T switched the children back, something like that. But Thelma had some kind of bid or wager on Erica. I'm right there when she's doing it. This happened at Pompeii. Put Erica's hair all the way to her ankles. Make her chubby. Then I looked like they started messing up Erica's shoes, if I remember correctly. And I can honestly say something has not been right about Ricky for a very, very long time. And then I figured out what happened. I had an accident, an overexposure with gamma ray radiation. Something happened. Ricky is supposed to be at Walgreens, supposed to be bringing me back a couple of bottles of makeup from Walgreens. Okay. Me and Louisville walked down by Central or maybe Roosevelt. Okay. And there's a problem. I was supposed to be taken somewhere. Somebody was supposed to be picking me up. I end up spending the night. Okay, down there, Broadview, Bellwood, Maywood. Next thing I know, I'm in there with Louisville and Margaret. Something like that's what happened. And then I don't know what happened from that. So it's been some funny business with Ricky for a minute. So that's all I really can say on that. So like I said, Ricky done tried to trade the damn thing at least about 3 ways. Now she done made a deal with T, saying she wanna be T's baby. She done jumped back around, says she wanna be my kid underneath the name Nieka. And God only knows where's else. This is this character, Ricky. And Scipio and I talked. I didn't say Melanie. I had this conversation with Scipio. I says, you never know. I says, if some of these kids think that they're entitled, if they think that they might be my kid or her kid, they might think that they can get ahead of a preset genome. I says, these children that I pushed out, I don't know these kids. She said, well, I would like to believe that people who are something like a host parent, their children would have protection. And then if a kid were to fuck up, maybe let it be my kid, Dylan's, something like this is why, I don't really write, no, Dylan's fine though. But I'm saying, when you say, I don't know these kids, I don't know these kids. So if they were to fuck up, they would be ass out of luck. We deal with the original formation and structure from the beginning. So I don't know. They might have decided to keep most of my eggs young so that the possibility of that happening becomes even less of a possibility. We've tested it through me. I've been pushed through, more than likely, Eddie, and I've also been pushed through Thelma. And I don't know who's ever else. I'm fine. McKenna has been pushed through someone else. She's fine. We don't really have a track record for having that type of problem. Okay, which is why I have an even greater reason to believe that Ricky was in fact switched. I posted the paper on Facebook of how I remember the war being. Some very key information. I'm just tired right now. I worked so hard on those those MP3s, and they've been trapped up. But, the war was between, whatever I said. I don't know what the hell I said. Whatever. I don't have the paper in front of me, but it's on Facebook. And I'm going to go for now.